Hello, let's do today's Daily Dominion. Monday, so we've got a mix of base and Rising Sun, just like Saturday. Okay, I don't know what these cards do. Craftsman, right, is a 5 gainer. Litter is Lost Village, Lost City with debt on play. The rest of these cards are all base. Amass, if you have no action cards in play, gain an action card costing up to 5. And Kintsugi, trash a card from your hand. If you've gained a gold this game, gain a card costing up to 2 more than the trashed card. Okay. So the only draw here is Litter. And I've played a lot of games against the AI with Rising Sun, and Litter, I think, can be a little bit of a trap, depending on the state of the rest of your deck. Early on, Litter can be very difficult to deal with. It doesn't do that much for you. But if you have really high money density or a lot of cantrips, then Litter can be fantastic. So the only way to trash our estates is with Kintsugi. The best way to trash coppers is with Moneylender. Amass will gain us a 5er. We have plus buy. We can gain golds. Gain gold will change the way that this event works. Plus buy, gold gainer, we've got plenty of village. Draw is, again, the sort of the weak part here. Litter might be very strong later in the game. If we've gained some markets, if we gain a lot of golds off of Bandit, which I'm considering going for something like that, then Litter would be very good because it should be easy to pay off all that debt. And I'm also thinking about something like gain a bunch of golds from Bandit, get trash out our estates and coppers, gain these golds, and if we draw all the golds up and have enough buys, we can Kintsugi all the golds into provinces. The difficulty is balancing the draw from Litter with having to pay off that debt. So here's my other thought. I'll probably open with a Moneylender, and on the 3, I will either trash an estate or I will take Amass and maybe gain a Bandit. Because if I've gained a gold, then I can trash my estates into, Poacher or Throne Room or Village. We run the risk of collision between the Moneylender and the Bandit, and maybe it's just better to. Maybe what we do instead is we amass a Litter. This will help us cycle. And depending on price points that we hit in the second shuffle, I could... Amass only works with no actions in play. Depending on price points we hit, we could then trash estates or... Do I want golds that early, though? Clog the deck up a little bit. So maybe then it's Moneylender Litter. And if I can, I will amass a Bandit later. Or if I can just afford it, I'll buy it. And then, you know, if I play a litter and a cantrip, poacher or market, that cancels out this debt. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm opening with moneylender for sure. Yeah, they amass a market. Okay, that makes sense. I never, yeah, maybe I should have rethought whether I was getting moneylender. Moneylender is probably come back to bite me a few times. I guess we can Kintsugi the moneylender later into something good. We don't have to get rid of all the coppers necessarily. Do I amass a market or a litter? I'm going to amass a litter. And I want to hit Kintsugi on the estates after I've gained a gold with a bandit. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. I feel like I should be trashing an estate here. They took another market. I might take a market now. Down there, 3, 4, is 3 coppers, 3 estates, and the litter. That's, depending on what I draw, I might not even play the litter and just amass something. I think I'll take a market. I want to thin down a little more before adding the bandit. So if I play the litter, I'm drawing a copper and an estate, and then I cannot amass anything. And what would I be able to get? The only thing I could buy is a cellar. I mean, that would help me cycle through to see the moneylender a bit faster. Did they just... They trashed an estate. So they've got, what, 2 markets and a trashed estate. But if I want to amass something for a 5 right now, like it might not be, I might not be able to amass again for the rest of the game. Yeah, like maybe this litter was a mistake. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to amass a bandit, because if that gains me a gold, then I will start to prioritize Kintsugi estate into either throne or poacher. I feel like I'm playing this kind of stupidly. Okay, so how about Kintsugi the estate into a poacher, and village doesn't really hurt anything. My only terminals are moneylender, bandit right now. I need more draw. I think I might take a harbinger with the intent of potentially top decking litter if that becomes possible. Don't really need village. Like, I'm hardly going to play any more terminals. The only other terminal I could potentially see myself getting is Craftsman. Am I doing Kintsugi into Poacher again? I trashed another copper. I got to get rid of my estates. Amass a litter, makes sense. Poacher. I don't think I want to get rid of this bandit or play this bandit again quite yet. I probably want to trash the last estate and buy even more if possible. Oh, and we draw the bandit. Cool. So 6, I've got 7 here, so I could Kintsugi estate and buy, I might buy a throne instead of Poacher. Throne is, at this point in my deck, Throne is as good as a Poacher, a Market, or even it could be a Litter. I'm not going to play this right now, but I might, this can eventually also be Kintsugi food. So this will be a throne and another throne. Again, if I have a decent number of cantrips to collide the throne with, or a litter, it's probably good enough. And I can eventually get rid of the moneylender with ooh, yeah, we could like eventually do multiple Kintsugis on things. Bandit, yeah, I want to be sure to pick up bandits, more bandits if possible. Throne moneylender. I think now I will play this bandit. Kintsugi would only get me a cellar. I might take another litter. Okay. Let's Harbinger the litter. Do I want to throne the litter, or maybe probably something else, right? Because throning the litter would be overdraw, although I could then gain and play a gold. What's down there? I think this is my only market, so I've got down there a Poacher, moneylender, bandit, and maybe another copper. Poacher, moneylender, bandit, copper. How can I want to gain and play a gold. Maybe maybe I just play the litter straight up and cellar some things. I don't really need to play the moneylender anymore. So what if I cellar moneylender copper and then throne the Poacher? Well, play the bandit and throne the Poacher. It doesn't guarantee that I draw that gold, but it gives me a decent shot. Okay. So that is what? How many coppers did I... Yeah, I think that's a copper on top. That's fine. Fine with me. So do I moneylender this copper, or do I kintsugi the moneylender? How much money do I have? 5 plus 9, 14, 15 minus 2, 13. I could kintsugi moneylender into like a market and then buy a market and a litter, something like that. I need to pay attention to how much money the AI is making on its turns. 3, 4, 5. So it made 10 money. I mean, even with paid off the debt and had 10 money left. I probably, what do I want to throne here? There's a small chance I want to throne the bandit and start, like, if I can get myself up to like a triple province turn, I think that's going to be difficult for the AI to come back from. I think I'm going to throne the market here. You discard both of these because that's a copper and a gold. I could discard... hold on. 9, 10, 17 minus 3, 14... I have 14. I could hold back a gold and have 11. Then I could kintsugi a gold for province and buy a province. But maybe instead I would kintsugi a gold for a province. They are all about cantrips, and a deck like that could succumb to a pretty bad greening phase. What if I kintsugi a gold for a province and go double throne? So I'm going to I think that's all right. And I'm getting to a point where I probably want to throne the litter for the draw. I'm not quite drawing deck. So if I discard these, I draw gold, copper, and I'm back. I just get them off the top of my deck and back into the exact same situation. Let's do this. Skip treasures. Okay. I'll take a province and double throne. So they take single province. I think I'm going to throne this litter. And I think I'm going to throne the bandit. That's a poacher on top of my deck. And go like this. Discard you. I'll discard 2 cards here. Pick up Poacher X. Oh shit. I think I did this wrong. That's okay. 13 minus 5 is 8, so I can double province here. And that I would then be at 3 and they're at 1. I would expect them to be able to at least single province on their turn, but probably only single province. What if, hold on, but what if I play one more gold? That takes me to 16 minus 5 is 11. So I can just Kintsugi and buy a province, and it keeps a gold around. Yeah, I top decked some bad stuff there. That was a mistake. I'm going to play the poacher first and discard the province. Yeah, so they single province. I'm going to throne the market. I'm going to throne the litter. Can play that just fine. No. I don't see too much harm in playing this, and I think I can double province. Ooh, maybe not. I need to keep golds back to double province. Okay, so I'm at 8. Oh, I can double province. Excellent. Yeah. This game went more or less, the strategy that I saw from the beginning is more or less what I ended up implementing here. And I have the win in hand, right? I can throw in a market and then Kintsugi a gold. So let's not mess around. No, let's not mess around. Yeah, pretty much as I had laid out from the beginning. Kintsugi was sort of the big thing that made this work. If Kintsugi were not here, if I had something else that was just an estate trasher, I might have done something a little bit similar, but I would have gone heavier into litter and obviously not been trashing the golds. Like litter would have been draw. I might have just taken, like, played bandit 5 times, get 5 golds in the deck, and then pile up on litters and markets. But this allowed, this makes things quite a bit faster, because I mean, it basically says, like, bandit is a free gold, but then what you have to, the thing you got to keep in mind is you have to keep a gold back in order to get this. So in some sense, this actually costs 6 because of the opportunity cost of not playing the gold that you want to remodel. It was also very nice to get rid of the moneylender into something. I don't remember what I trashed that into. And depending on how things went, I might have... I'm kind of surprised I didn't eventually trash the bandit into something else. The only thing that kind of went differently here is I thought I was going to hold off on getting provinces until I could triple province with this combo, but and maybe that would have been the right thing to do, is use these golds to build up just a little bit more, maybe like spend one more turn adding some of these good 4 and 5 costs, and then on the next, and then I might have been able to get to a situation where I could triple province twice in a row or something like that. But yeah, on a board like this, if you just, you also, there's no point in waiting to pop this combo off when there's no point in waiting to 6 provinces in one turn. Because sure, if you get 6 provinces in one turn, you're going to win. But if you get, like, what did I do? I got 1 province on one turn, and then the next one I got 2 provinces. Like, 3 provinces in 2 turns, the opponent has to start making a move to catch up. Especially, my deck wasn't exactly getting worse, so I was still threatening to double province at least, just about every turn. So, if your opponent has 3 provinces and you haven't really made a move yet, and you expect them to be able to still get at least 1 province per turn, if not 2, then, that's hard to come up with. Yeah, the AI just went for like tons of these cantrips. Didn't thin out the coppers at all. Moneylender ended up being a good choice here. I can't imagine how painful it would be to draw through all these coppers with litter. Like this, having all these coppers and litter as your only draw, that turns litter essentially into a standard village, because one of the cards that you draw, one of the 2 cards you draw, is probably a copper, which then has to be used to pay off the debt. So it's basically a village in a thin deck. They didn't have any terminal actions, so I don't know what they're doing with litter and village either. Yeah, they seem to be just kind of spinning wheels here. Market was obviously nice to have, because then I could do things like double or triple Kintsugi, or, obviously the plus. Market was essentially for the plus buy, but the cantrip is really nice, or the peddler effect is nice to have with litter. Yeah, there have been times where I've lost badly to the AI, where it goes for a heavy peddler style deck. But there's just more that you can do here. Yeah, cool Kingdom. I'm really liking the Rising Sun cards. I'm finding that I've played a lot of games with just a mix of Rising Sun and maybe one other expansion, and it's really hard to wrap your mind around how to properly balance getting debt in the middle of your turn. I think I did it just fine here, but litter is one of the cheaper debt in the middle of turn type cards. But if you play Kingdoms with Change, the new card Change, you really have to worry about balancing your debt, because the effect of Change depends on whether you have debt or not. So the ordering, usually you want to play all your draw cards first and then your payload cards. But with Change, you actually have to invert that. You want to play Change before you get any debt, or at a time when you can pay the debt off mid-turn. That's a new rule change. Yeah, fun Kingdom. Okay, I'll post that on Discord, and the video will be up in a second, obviously. Thanks for watching.